Better when it's on 117 outside.
Yeah.
Did things get off to a good start?
Yeah, I thought it was a good day today. It was back and forth. The last few days, offense has kind of had good days, and today, it was back and forth all day. Team third downs was a beating on the defense. Big play period at the end. Offense was scoring. So back and forth, back and forth.
How about getting started when you got here last night? How'd that go?
Oh, yeah, that was smooth. I mean, our guys have all their little fans. We have like sheets and stuff to check in. They brought all their stuff. It's like we're going on an abandoned island for a month or something. Coach Regal has a wagon full of things. I mean, it's wild.
Did you do any team building stuff last night?
Last night we did fire pits. So just go with your coach and your team, and you just kind of talk around a fire, have some marshmallow, what's it called, s'mores, right? You have a s'more and rock and roll.
Tony, any extra energy out here today, or is it kind of standard to you?
Honestly, our team's had pretty good energy at practices. We haven't had we had that first day in the stadium where the energy was inconsistent, right? But it wasn't bad energy. Our workload that day was still high, so the energy's been good. It's the response to situations, which is why I like today, because defense had a bad period, then they had a good period. And they had another good period, actually. Then they had a bad period. Offense, the reciprocal, right? Football's an emotional game. How do you respond to those waves, right? And to see us go back and forth is a really good sign that we didn't just get trapped in a funk like we had in practice 5.
Seems like there's a lot of players talking. The competitiveness is kind of being ratcheted up. Is that just a product of being year 2?
Yeah, and mindsets that you recruit. At the end of the day, if we're in the meal hall last night, and last year there's about 15 kids up there playing cards or doing whatever. This year there's 45, 50 kids up there doing something competitive. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. They're playing war, like the game is on the line, right? They're flipping over a card and saying, "Yay, a jack," right? They do absolutely nothing, but guess what? They're competing, and for us, we want to recruit to that. We want to recruit to people that they go and play war competitive. They come out here competitive. It's in their blood, and it's really hard to make somebody competitive. It's a very hard thing. You're either competitive or you're not. You were either raised to compete or you weren't, and those are the people we want in the program.
Would you say this is the time for players to separate themselves in terms of competition, both on and off the field as leaders as well?
100%. I mean, it's starting to get to that point at camp where a lot of the install is in, right? The pads, first day of full pads today, and here in the next week, scrimmage Saturday and then the scrimmage the following Saturday. This next week to 7 days, week to 10 days is huge for a lot of different spots. But I mean, for us, we may not have 11 starters on both sides of the ball. We may be a football team that has 20 on both sides of the ball. We may be a team that rotates a lot just based off where we are with the depth. And good teams can do that. I think we're at a situation where if we stay relatively healthy like we have, continue to work, we have a lot of guys that deserve to be on the field. Whoever takes the field first, we'll find out in the next 7 days. But all of those guys are going to play.
This is day 3 of, you said, 6 straight practices. Are you seeing any leg weariness yet, or guys getting a little bit slower because of it?
I mean, you saw more chippiness today, right? The tireder you get, you chip about different things, right? So the other day in practice, we were chipping about our 2D linemen were chipping with each other about not running the twist game right. Well, that's awesome. Put that, inject that in my veins. 2D linemen getting mad at each other for running a twist wrong and then giving up an explosive play. Today there was a little bit of chippiness about run it back. That's kind of a loser mentality. No, you should have won the rep. You'll get another chance. I want that chippiness to be channeled around the right things, about doing things right, about responding to a situation, not I get chipped because I lost a rep. That's not how it should work, right? So you saw a little bit of that today, and I think that's going to get a little bit worse these next couple days as you get tired. And the challenge is, can we channel that chippiness and just apply it to football? And that's going to be the tale of our football team this year. We have the talent. We have the ability. It's going to be, can we come together with still, in the last, 19 months, 80-something new scholarship players or 79 new scholarship players. Can those guys come together, gel as one, compete as one, go through the highs and lows as one, and win football games. And we have the talent to do it. Are we there yet? And no, we don't know yet. We'll find out.
Last year, Xavier G did have a strong fall camp, but did struggle during the season, had the injury too. How have you seen him bounce back this year in spring practice and fall camp?
Yeah, you can see he didn't participate really in spring, a little bit of sevens, but he's back to the spring ball of 2023 for sure.
I wanted to ask about Montana, given where he was here last year and his growth. Now he's on the Pat Tillman Leadership Council as well. How have you seen him grow, and what do you expect from him this season?
Yeah, he's gained 20 pounds since he's been here, and he just understands football at such a higher level. He just knows what's going on, and you can see his confidence and his speed. I mean, he had an interception the other day in 2-minute drill. Last year, when we would go, team periods, he'd be running into everybody. He's in the post, and he's trying to play a seam ball, and there was a collision every time, even when there shouldn't be. This year, he has the awareness that he just runs by the dude and tags off, which seems like a little thing, but what it shows you is doing his job is no longer so confusing that he can't remember how to practice. Now he does his job naturally, and then he can practice right. So it's a big step for him.
Hey, do you have any moments during the practice where you're kind of looking around, taking in the scene, or is it just
No.
worry about what you gotta do?
No, unfortunately. I just can't do that.
What did it mean to have Danny White here today?
Oh, unbelievable. It's one of the legends of the program, and he's been around to a lot of practices. He's been around to, I think, 3 of our fall camp practices. He was around all spring. So to have him back engaged in the program, back around, and I know he's got a cabin up here, so this is a kind of heaven for him. So awesome to have him around, and hope he continues to come around.
You bonded with him.
Oh yeah, we have a really good relationship. Anytime there's somebody that's been that successful and that knowledgeable, I'd be a fool to not tap into that knowledge. Thank you. Appreciate it.